Okay, you guys are the red group, and you're going to be doing a examination of historian's point of view, an examination of the Declaration of Independence. So the Declaration of Independence was written by Thomas Jefferson and signed by representatives from all 13 colonies on August 2nd, 1776. In the document, the leaders outlined their reasons for declaring independence from England. Historians have disagreed as to whether the colonial leaders were motivated by selfish or ideological reasons. An example of an ideological reason would be equality or freedom. An example of a selfish reason would be to preserve the power and privilege of rich people. Now what you're going to do is you are going to look at two historians' interpretations, and you are going to determine if they think the Declaration of Independence was written for ideological reasons, or if the Declaration of Independence was written for selfish reasons. This is important historical research because historians and writers are going to have different opinions on a lot of things based on the sources that they have. And this is very common in history where different historians have different viewpoints and they try to argue their viewpoints. Now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to Google Classroom, and you're going to see an assignment titled Read Like a Historian Readings, Red Group. Okay, you're going to click open this assignment. Just for reference, this video is going to help you out the most, but there's also written directions right here. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on Historian Readings, Declaration of Independence. And you will get to a page that looks like this. Individually, you are going to read. You are just going to read the top portion, Historian Interpretation, number 1. You're going to read this individually. After you are done reading Historian number 1, you are going to go back into the Google Classroom assignment. You're going to open it, and I have made you a copy of a worksheet that you are going to write your responses to. So then, after reading Historian 1, you're going to look at the top two boxes here on Historian number 1. You're going to let me know what the claim is. And you're going to start your sentence by the Founding Fathers wrote the Declaration of Independence because, and you're going to write to the reasons why this author believes the Founding Fathers wrote the Declaration of Independence. Is it going to be for selfish reasons, or is it going to be for ideological reasons? And then you are going to put the evidence that they use for that in the right-hand box. Next, individually, you're going to read Historian Interpretation number 2. At the bottom here, you're going to go back into your assignment document, and you're going to go to Historian number 2, the bottom two boxes. You're going to write the claim, the Founding Fathers wrote the Declaration of Independence because of either ideological reasons or selfish reasons, whatever the author explains. And then you're going to write the evidence here in the right-hand column. You're reading individually, but you are doing this table as a group. Okay, let me repeat that. You're going to read individually, but you are going to do this table as a group. What I would like you to do now is I would like you to stop, pause this video, and complete the first step that I just explained. Alright, after you have completed the table on page 1 with your group, you are going to move down and you're going to be looking at the Declaration of Independence, the preamble of this document. With your group, you're going to be breaking down this preamble that I'm highlighting right here. These are actual words from the Declaration of Independence, so they're very confusing. What you're going to need to do is you're going to have to work closely with your group, and you are going to have to come up with writing the preamble in your own words. So you and your group are going to have to try to come up with the meaning of what the above words, sentences mean. And you're rewriting that in student-friendly language. Okay, the key here is there's vocabulary on the side to help you. Okay, you can also use like dictionary.com or any other resources to help you come up with the interpretations. but you are interpreting the preamble, and in the space below, you are writing the Declaration of Independence preamble in your own student-friendly words. Please use your group members to help you with this. This is when you are going to now stop, pause the video, and complete the directions. Next, you are going to complete step 3 of this activity. You are now going to look at the Declaration of Independence and its grievances. So, most of the Declaration of Independence was actually a list of complaints or grievances against the King of England. And you can see some of the original grievances in your textbook, actually. The grievances on this worksheet have been combined and also reworded. So right here in the middle, inside this table, are some of the list of grievances, and they're reworded. So they're not exact word for word. But anyways, what you're going to do, if you're going to, where you see this blank, you're either going to put an O or an A, or a question mark. Okay, so 3 options, an O, an A, or a question mark. If the grievance or complaint in this box here seems to be something that would only affect the rich and powerful, you are going to write an O on the blank. If the grievance or complaint seems to be something that would only affect the colonists, you're going to write an A for all of the colonists. Okay? If you do not know which one would be affected, you are going to write a question mark. Make sure that you are doing this with your group. The directions are also right here if you forget. So once again, you're going to read through these list of grievances, and you're going to mark an O if it only affected the rich and powerful. You're going to mark an A if it affects all colonists, or you're going to write a question mark if you do not know who would be affected. Please use your group members for this. Discuss, talk amongst one another, okay? Bounce ideas off one another, okay? Make sure you're doing that as a group. I know you guys can. Okay, the last thing is that you are going to answer these questions. So 1 and 2, right underneath the table there. Do these grievances seem to be things that upset rich people or everyone? And do you think these complaints would give people reason to go to war or possibly die? Why or why not? And then finally, the end discussion. You are going to answer these 4 questions, at the end with your group. Alright, now you can stop, pause this video, and complete the last step of this activity.